Hello, I'm Mrs. Perkins. I'm the strings teacher, and I just wanted to give you all a little bit of information. I spent this week teaching the beginning and violin players how to press a finger into the string, and there are a couple tricky things about it, so I just wanted to give you some info in case your child asks you for help. First off, when we hold the instrument, we hold it in rest position, which is underneath the right arm with the right arm down over top. The flat part of the instrument comes against the body. We take our left hand and put it to the underside, thumb and back. Hold it straight out to the left, spin it, and then bring the instrument straight into the neck, and your head turns and presses down into the chin rest. Then I ask my students to walk their feet until their instrument is pointed at me. From here, we're going to take our left hand and bring it straight down to the end of the neck and put it on the white pad that I've added to their instrument. The thumb does not come up and over the edge of the neck, much like a guitar player would do. Instead, the thumb stays down and doesn't go any higher than the pad. Now on my hand, I've had a small red X on my hand for the past few days as I've taught this skill. This is the part of the hand that squeezes opposite the thumb on the neck. So I have my thumb on the white pad and I'm squeezing at the X right across from it. From here, this is our pointer finger. We call this our first finger. The first finger curves and pushes into the string on the D string onto that first tape that's closest to the thumb. Not the ones that are out here, but the one that's closest to the thumb. And there's a couple things I've asked my students to look for. The elbow should be pointed straight down at the floor, not pulled under this way and not out this way. So elbow hangs and points straight down to the floor. The other thing to look for is to make sure that the wrist is nice and straight. We don't want instrument hands that come up this way toward the instrument, and we also don't want to hyperextend the wrist this way. When students press one finger down into the string, there will be a mark left on their finger, but it shouldn't be so hard that their fingers hurt. It should just be pressed down hard enough to engage the string. Here's the difference in how an open string sounds and how the first finger pressed into the D string makes the note E. Now, if your child presses down into the string and it just goes thunk, 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 that means they're not pressing hard enough into the string. Have them press down just a little harder and try again. The tendency is, as soon as the finger gets pressed into the string, that they raise this part of the wrist up to support that push down. We want to try to keep the wrist straight. There's a lot of reasons down the road why we don't want our wrist to be bent. We'll get to those in middle school. So this is just setting up good habits for the future. If they're having trouble, it probably means they're not pressing down hard enough from their chin into the chin rest. So the chin needs to hold it steady enough that the violin doesn't move, violin or viola. So if this hand should not be holding up the instrument at all, this hand is just here to press into the strings. So one more time, I'm looking for thumb to be no higher than the pad, squeezing across from it. So if your child is trying to do this, then they're just really making it hard work for themselves. Go ahead and let the side of that finger press right into the side of the neck. And then when they put their first finger down, I'm looking for pointed knuckles and an elbow that points straight to the floor and a straight wrist. And if the sound goes thunk, 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 they're not pressing in hard enough. I hope this video helps. Please let me know if you have any questions.